everybody, welcome to another video here on Dole Whip Wishes and Castle Dreams. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're doing another fun Disney tag video. We've got 16 great questions that we're going to answer. We were tagged by some of our, we call them Disney cousins. They're just some of our friends that we work with pretty closely. I'm going to put a bunch of their info down in the description box below so you can check them out because I've got some great friends and I would love for you to check them out. They've got videos here on YouTube, they do podcasts and vlogs and blogs and just all kinds of great stuff. So be sure you check them out down in the descriptions below. Give them a subscribe, a follow on social media, show them some love because they are amazing, and they will be in our description below. And without further ado, let's get started with our 16 questions. Okay, so for the first question, I think this is a partner question, but it's just me, so I'm just going to answer it for myself. And it's, which Disney character do I think I'm most like? That is a hard one, because there's so many great characters. I'd like to think that I'm most like Belle. She's my favorite princess, and she's just mostly got her life together, mostly. And she loves to read, and I love to read, and she's pretty smart. I'm okay. But if I'm being honest, I'm probably more like Hey. He just, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's my spirit animal. I just saw him and completely related to him on a very deep level. So, if I'm being honest, we'll say Hey. But if I'm, like, projecting who I'd like to be most like, I'd say Belle. Next question is, what's your favorite Disney queuing area, like waiting area to get onto a ride? So for this one, I would say Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I just think there's so much fun and cool stuff to do as you wait to get on the ride. So I would say that one's my favorite. But Disney does a really great job with most of their queuing areas, that you just kind of feel like you haven't waited very long because you're always moving, and they do that on purpose. And they also put all this great stuff in there for you. So they do a really good job, but I would say Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Question number 3. What is the most unique pair of Disney ears that you own? Now, I just recently started collecting ears. I don't know why it took me so long, but I only have 3 pairs, so I don't have that many to choose from, but I do have a unique pair that I ordered. They're right here. So these are really cool, and it has the castle, and then it says Dreams over here. I don't know if you can see it. But my friend who does our website with me and some of our social media stuff, and she's going to be doing some videos soon, so keep an eye out for her here on our YouTube channel. But she does it with me, and so she's got a pair that has the picture of the Dole Whip, and it says Wishes. So when we go to the park, we wear those, and we're Dole Whip Wishes and Castle Dreams, and it's really fun and cute, and I think they just turned out so great. So those are my most unique pair of ears that I own. Question 4. If you could get rid of any Disney ride, which one would it be? This one for me is easy because I absolutely hate the Speedway. Oh my goodness. That ride, if I could get rid of it, I would. The line is horrible. It's all out in the sun except for like 3 spots that have the dinky umbrella over it. And the smell is so bad. So not only are you really hot, but you're smelling all those fumes, and it's just the worst. Once you get on it, it's okay. My kids love riding it, so we do it still. But oh my gosh, I hate waiting in line for that ride, so I would probably get rid of it just for that. Question number 5 is, what is the most random Disney fact you know? I really love Walt Disney. Like, he's a hero of mine. So I just love that he took, like, this picture here is a picture of, like, the swamp and forest where he bought the land, and then, like, a superimposed picture of the castle over it, because his vision just is incredible. Like, he went from nothing to this huge worldwide phenomenon, all because of an idea he had. So I've always really been fascinated with him. So I guess the most random one I know is that in Disneyland, he wanted to be close and in it as much as possible. So it's really cool. He built an apartment for him and his family above the fire station on Main Street there. And So whenever he was like in residence, whenever he was there, he would turn this lamp on in the window so that the workers would know that he was there. And I just think that's so cool. And now in his memory, they always have the lamp on. So I just think that's such a cool fact to know. So that's probably the most random one I know. Question 6. What is your favorite land to sit and relax? So not ride rides, but just sit and chill out for a little bit. So I would probably say Tomorrowland. I'm a pretty big sci-fi nerd, so I love Star Wars, in case you couldn't tell. So I don't know, I like the feel of it. I feel like there's more places outside to sit in shade, which is a huge deal when you're tired and it's hot. And I love to people watch, so I'd probably say Tomorrowland is my favorite. Question 7, if you could have any Disney ride in your backyard, what would it be? Well, let's pretend my backyard's bigger than it is because it's kind of small. But if it could fit any ride, I'd probably go with Big Thunder Mountain. I don't know, I just love that one. It's so fun. And I know it's one of the older ones, but I still think it's great, so I would say Big Thunder Mountain. Number 8, what is your worst Disney queuing experience? So again, I have to go with the Speedway. I just hate their queue so much. We usually end up there later in the day, so it's always super hot. And again, that smell, it just goes like right to my head. All those fumes are just disgusting. So I just never have a pleasant experience in that queue. Question 9, if you could invent a new ride for the Disney parks, what would it be? I'm going to have to go old school, and again, I'm going to have to go Star Wars. Every time we go to Hollywood Studios, have to get the picture on the speeder bike that's out front. And so I would do a ride based on that, like where you're riding the speeder bike and you actually get to like ride it. So I don't want one of those movie ones like Flight of Passage, like it's cool and everything, but I want like one that actually like goes somewhere. Like that would be so amazing. And if you were on a speeder bike, like going through the Forest of Endor, like that would just be phenomenal. So that would be the ride I would make up. Question 10, if you could work as any Disney park character, who would you pick? I would probably pick, of course, Belle. I have to say Belle because she's my favorite princess. But I think Merida would also be super fun because she's sassy and so independent, and I just think she would be a blast to play. So I would pick one of those two. Number 11, what is your all-time favorite Disney quote? This one is easy, and it's one you've probably heard before, but I love it. And it's always fun to do the impossible. I love Walt Disney quotes, and that one's my favorite. I just think he really kind of did the impossible, creating this worldwide, there's just parks everywhere, all over the world, and people, it's like the #1 destination for vacations and movies and merchandise and just all this stuff. He created an empire out of a thought that he had. So I just love him so much and what he's accomplished. I really look up to him, and that's my favorite quote because he basically did the impossible a lot. So I just think that's great. Number 12, if you could give one piece of advice to people visiting Disney, what would it be? And it would always be to plan early. It feels like a lot of people just go and expect to vacation, and maybe that works other places, but there's just a lot that goes into planning a Disney vacation, and there's a lot of things that book up early, like restaurants and rides and hotels. So you really want to book early, you really want to plan early, and so that would be my biggest piece of advice, is to start as early as possible. Question 13, which film or franchise do you feel deserves a land or a place or maybe a restaurant inside a Disney park that doesn't have it already? This one's hard because they cover a lot of bases in their parks. So I guess the only one I can really think of that doesn't have anything is 101 Dalmatians. I think that you could do something really cute with that. I don't know if it's a ride or what, but maybe a store or a restaurant, I don't know. But it could be something, and they don't really have that represented in the park, so I'd like to see something like that. Question 14, what is your favorite Disney villain outfit? I guess I would say Ursula. Ursula's outfit is pretty cool. I like it. The black and purple I just think is really pretty. And of course she's an octopus, so I mean, come on, how can you get more cool than that? So I guess I would say Ursula. Question 15 is a little weird for me. What is your favorite Disney toilet? I don't have one. Like, I don't know if that's weird or if it's weird that people have a favorite Disney toilet. I won't judge. But I personally don't have one, so I guess I would have to say whichever one's closest when you need it the most would be my favorite. Question 16, what Disney movie would you like to see a live action remake of? Now with all the live action remakes coming out, I think this is a pretty relevant question. They've already kind of hit my favorites that I'd like to see, like Aladdin, and they're doing Lion King, and they did Beauty and the Beast, so they kind of hit like my favorite ones already. So I guess let's go classic and say Sleeping Beauty. I think there's a lot you could do with that one, with just special effects and costuming. I just think it would be really cool to see Sleeping Beauty come to live action. So those are my answers for the 16 Disney questions. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by to watch. If you would like to do this video, consider yourself tagged. And of course, let me know so I can watch your video. I'd love to see it after you get it posted. And again, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Tap the bell if you haven't already. We'd love to have you as a part of our channel family. We have new stuff coming out every week. On Wednesdays, we have either a copycat recipe, a Disney craft, or some tips and tricks for visiting the park, so you don't want to miss that. We've got some playlists for those as well. If you're just interested in one of those three things, you can check out our playlist, and it's just got those kinds of videos on it. Or you can check out our all video playlist too, because that's got all our videos on it. So if you've missed a bunch and you want to catch up, that's the place to go. So again, hit that subscribe button. Thank you everyone for stopping by, and we hope to see you real soon.